Hello there, beautiful people. Now, welcome to this new moon reading of September 2023. Here we go. We've got a 3 card reading, and we have one, kind of the first card, then this, the Ace of Swords reversed, the Seven of Wands the right way up, and then the Ten of Cups reversed. So let's take a look at this reading and see what message we can get from it. Take a deep breath with me if you're interested. So that Ace of Swords coming through and really giving this message of, are we really ready to accept what is fundamentally a higher truth, a gift from God, a new way of thinking about things, a new belief about ourselves? And so it brings up this question of, so what belief do I have of myself which I can definitely relate to not being my higher truth, or not being the cosmic truth that God wants me to believe about myself? Is it something to do with love, abundance? Is it something to do with my self-worth? Is it something to do with how I relate to others? Is it just something to do with who I think I am in this world? What beliefs do we hold on to that's actually stopping us from accepting the truth that wants to be embraced, that wants to be accepted, that's always there right in front of our faces sometimes, where the universe is telling us, hey, you are amazing, you are perfect, you are just the way you need to be. And a lot of the time our conditioned beliefs, or the ideas that we have about ourselves and about life in general, because this can not just be about ourselves but about the world we're living in and the people we're interacting with and the experiences that we see around us, as well as that we see ourselves having or experience ourselves to be having. What is untrue? What is not the highest version of truth? What is something that we can recognize is not really helping us or feeding us in the way that potentially we deserve to be fed, and the truth that we deserve to actually live out in our lives? So what is that truth? And this is something that we need to ask ourselves, because there's something that's blocking ourselves, something that's stopping us from really embodying our essence, or just embodying the full abundance that we deserve, and attracting the love that we deserve, and having the experiences that we truly deserve. Not that we're always getting what we deserve in that sort of karmic sort of way, but a lot of those karmic lessons and karmic experiences we're having aren't necessarily easy to accept and embrace and take responsibility for. Whereas this guy in the center of this reading is definitely standing up for himself and taking responsibility for everything that he's doing, as well as giving importance to his wand. The world around us is going to also, the world around us and all the beliefs of other people's creative way that they express themselves, and what other people have done and what other people are doing, and what people are running around saying and preaching in this world as the right way, the best thing, the most important, blah blah blah. All of these stories sometimes will encourage us to buy into and to give importance to old truths that aren't necessarily our truth. And this card says, stand up for your truth. Stand up for what is your healing journey, what makes you slightly different sometimes, even though it might not be as comfortable feeling different. Sometimes we have to feel our own uniqueness in order to feel connected to ourselves, and consequently feel connected to other people. So it's one of those paradoxes in life, that we need to feel unique, we need to feel our own individual path, and we need to stand up for that spiritual path of healing and of love and of our own truth and the way we creatively express ourselves, in order to fundamentally connect with ourselves and consequently connect with the world around us and have that be the greatest purpose or intention behind our uniqueness and owning it, not in an egotistical way. This person is standing up for their quirkiness and standing up for their truth, standing up for their version of the path, of the spiritual path, their version of what healing takes place, their version of what expressing their creativity and their sexuality looks like, not somebody else's. Allow yourself the presence of your own gift to say, yes, this is what's more important for me right here, right now. This is what resonates with my heart. This is who I am right here, right now. Because there are a lot of beliefs around us that might be persuading us to that we have to feel less than, maybe not necessarily less important, but that we feel less rich, less worthy of love, less worthy of abundance, less worthy of just happiness and joy. And there's something that's blocking us, that's inside of us, and it's going to be related to this false belief story, or the series of false beliefs that are stopping us from accepting the one truth of the divine, which says, hey, you are abundant in your nature, you are spirit in your nature, so you cannot separate yourself from the abundance and the freedom of life and the love of life, even if you try. But we do so with our beliefs, we do so with our mind, we do so with the conditioning that we have, and that blocks this fundamental acceptance or realization or manifestation of joy and love. And do we actually feel like we deserve to have, have our cake and eat it? This is the most beautiful phrase that I have for this card. Do we deserve the cherry on the top of the icing, on top of the cake, as well as eating the whole lot? I mean, not necessarily the whole lot, because that might not be our highest choice, but at least a slice. Do we deserve this joy, this unlimited, unreserved, this love that in its essence is unconditional? And it's an unconditional love because it doesn't come from a conditioned source. It doesn't come through people. This is not referring to the joy which somebody else can give us. It's the joy which we can channel from the universe, and that's why it's unconditional. That's why there's not an end to it. It's unlimited in its nature. And do we feel like we deserve it? Do we feel like that this is our truth, that we've come here to experience a little bit of that joy, a little bit of that happiness, or a lot of it, that happiness, or a lot of that joy? Do we feel that that's our journey, our mission, our responsibility to accept that that's why we're here? Or is life about hardship and stuff and lack and feeling unworthy? It's going to include all of the above experience, but this one needs to be experienced too. We need to experience the unlimited abundance of love and joy in our life. We need to know that it's not just a birthright, but it's a right that we have, and it's it's part of who we are in the truest sense of the word, and it's part of the truth that God wants to gift us, this truth of being unlimited, being universal, universally connected beings, being universal consciousness, being godlike awareness. And although those are words that don't seem to fit into our mundane world that drags us down into fighting for survival, we still need to remember that truth, because giving an excessive importance to the truths that that this mundane 3D world wants to bring us down, which are all laden with fear and doubt and lack, is what will bring us down off this high stance and take us down into what will feel like a lower version of truth and a lower version of reality. So let's stand strong. Let's stand strong with our spiritual understanding, with our feeling of the purpose that we've come here to share a little bit of love and experience, an unconditional amount of it. And let that be the truth that we know is our inheritance and know which is our essence in the greatest and the most easy way possible. It doesn't have to always be a struggle, but the struggle or the fight needs to be standing up for the fact that it doesn't have to always be a struggle. I hope you have a wonderful new moon. I hope you have a wonderful week, month, and all of the rest. And yeah, well, I'll be sharing more messages soon. Have a fantastic day.